Alright guys, what is going on? My name is Barbank and I'm bringing you the second episode of Walker Talker Monday where you guys can ask questions off Twitter using the hashtag WalkerTalkerMonday, and then I can go on from there. If you guys do want to be on the screen, you can get to me off of Twitter. Today we have Kyle. Kyle, what's going on? Did you like the last episode of Walker Talker Monday? Not Walker Talker Monday, but
I loved it.
Yeah, that too, but did you enjoy the, last episode that we recently saw?
Oh, I mean, it was alright.
If you guys haven't seen it, it was a slower paced episode of Morgan. We got to learn what happened after the effect on where they did reach him when they were back in the prison with the group and they saw him act all crazy. So then, if you guys haven't really seen it, definitely go see it right now. I'll give you the seconds. Go watch it, come back. Alright guys, if you watch from now on, it's your fault. So in the episode, Morgan, he definitely found out where the cheesemaker came into play, where we saw that last episode where they where he was asked where he learned to fight with a stick, and he said from the cheesemaker. So now this episode, we definitely did learn who the cheesemaker was. What do you think of him? Like, what was your first reaction when he, like, went up to the farm and stuff? I don't know. I'm just going to call it a farm. That's alright. We're going to call it a farm for now.
Yeah.
But,
it was like a cabin.
I know, cabin, farm thing. He had the goat and everything. But what do you think about, like, where was he, you think? Like, was he up in the building? I don't know. It just seemed really suspicious. Everywhere where Morgan went, he was just kind of, sitting there saying, "Oh, put your gun down."
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. He knew for some reason, someone was coming. And then right there, Morgan was like, "Oh, where is this coming from? I don't know what's going on." And then when he saw him behind the bushes and he started shooting at him, he wasn't really getting mad. He was just saying, "Put the gun down."
Yeah, it was kind of weird. He never got mad throughout the whole entire situation. And I thought it was a little weird, seeing Morgan at this stage, because we did see him at the crazy point, but we never saw him to where he was actually this crazy, killing everyone that he saw. And, I mean, it got crazy when he stabbed that guy right in the throat before he even reached the cabin. I thought that was a little brutal and a little much. I wasn't really expecting that from Morgan himself, and I just thought that was, a little above the charts on, some death that he was killing. He never looked crazy enough to kill people in a way where it was just for no reason whatsoever. So I thought that was, a little weird in that kind of case. But, it was definitely, it was definitely a slower episode to where, you definitely had to watch the whole thing, and for a 90-minute episode, correct? It was 90 minutes? 90-minute episode, it went by pretty quick. Just, for an episode that you think might be going a little bit slower, it was definitely a quicker-paced episode to where you're watching it just understanding where he did come from. And, I mean, myself, it wasn't one of the, top ones that I did enjoy just because of what we were at. We saw tons of action, tons of the guys just getting killed and stuff in Alexandria. That wasn't the last episode, but then we saw, the group and stuff. We saw Glenn and what happened to him. We can talk a little bit about Glenn today if you want. I don't really want to bring him up too much just because of the last episode was really mainly about him. But, it was just, it's crazy with the fan base, kinda, and this is kind of what Talking Dead kind of said, but I'm going to repeat it. And it was crazy on how, Walking Dead can actually do that, where they can have the fast-paced, episodes to where people really do enjoy, and then bring them down a little bit slower, showing where the characters are actually, coming from, and where they actually learned in the spots of where they act in the way of killing zombies and other humans itself. I mean, is there any, things that you really thought were a big, thing throughout this episode? I never really saw any foreshadowing parts.
Not really.
To be honest, I thought it was a little weird with the stick, He was showing him, all these different moves and stuff. And then when the guy did get bit, it was, I don't remember his name. I really should. I'm sorry about that, guys. But, do you remember the guy's name?
No.
Yeah, that's the problem with those one-episode things. It's just, you don't get, attached to them, like Glenn and Rick and all them. But, it was, I don't know, it was just, Morgan, he looked a little weak with that, with the stick. Then all of a sudden, he's Mr. Miyagi in the end, killing everything. So, I don't know, I thought that was a little weird. It seemed like he was soft at it, but then all of a sudden, he's, whipping it around, killing everything. I mean, it's not too hard, it seems, to kill a walker with a stick, with what he had. But I mean, I don't know. I thought that was that was a little more fast paced when the whole show itself was a little bit slower. I think they went into that a little bit too fast. I think, and it was weird. They kind of made the goat feel like you needed to feel an emotional way towards it. I thought that was a little weird. It was just the way he was said it, he was like, "Oh, protect the goat, protect the goat." It almost as if you wanted the goat to be a part of the main characters. It was just one of those weird things that just did not matter at all, and it was kind of creepy in that kind of way. It's like you're like, what about the goat? Is he gonna save the goat? It's like, oh, can you watch the goat for me? The goat had no matter whatsoever. I mean, the whole episode didn't really, but I mean, it was just kind of weird in that kind of situation wise. But we can talk about Glenn a little bit, and I really want to thank, because they definitely got my opinion on Glenn. What do you think's going on with him while we speak?
Honestly, right now, Glenn, as you saw in the last 2 episodes, it looked like he was in a whole load of trouble,
But there's many different, many people are trying to, say the facts that he could be under the dumpster or something with the girl coming back. I don't know why I can't remember her name. I know her name too. Huh?
Or having being covered in blood. But
See,
it's fresh blood, so
exactly. That's the part where I was looking back at that, and there's some things last episode that I could have said. I forgot to mention about the episode with all that happening. Michonne, she did foreshadow a little bit when she was telling the other guy that she was with that you don't know whose blood it is. You don't know if it's your own blood. You don't know if it's your friend's blood. You don't know if it's Walker blood. So who knows in a situation like that on what could happen. And I was someone was showing me today, and I can't show it up on the screen right now, but they were actually showing that both of them had knives. Did you see that? So we were doing a play-by-play type of thing, and even though they didn't have the guns, say if the fall was legit, because you guys know that I could think that it could be a hallucination part, but I could be completely wrong. I really don't think it is at this point in time, but I don't know, just the way Glenn looked, it looked bad. And maybe he couldn't knife a few and somehow get into the dumpster above it and use his walkie-talkie. That's something that I was really hoping we would get to this episode, but, it's just, hopefully in time we'll get to see next episode. There was a bunch of, sneak peeks that we saw, and there was one with the leader of Alexandria. She was looking down on Michonne, letting the wife know that the guy died back when he was in the fence and stuff like that. And then you just hear, "Open the gate!" Did you see that in Talking Dead? Or
no, I didn't see Talking Dead.
I mean, there's no spoilers in it, but, who knows who it is. I mean, it could be, Rick in the group and stuff like that, but it did not sound like her. I personally have no clue who it is. It's a little bit weird. I mean, it's the only thing that's the problem with this episode right now of the Walker Talker Monday series is that this episode didn't really give us much to go off of, so it's going to be kind of a slower paced, episode series. But I mean, there's a lot to, think about, and we just don't know what's going to happen. So now, obviously, we know that Morgan, he definitely has the guy locked up in Alexandria. What's going to happen with that? We have a wolf in there. Who knows if the wolves are at the door and they could just go inside there and just start killing them,
Yeah.
Because there was a yell, and it doesn't sound familiar from anyone that I've ever heard. And who knows if anything bad can happen like that again. I mean, in the end, Morgan said, "Oh, do you think that could happen to you?" And then he was just like, "I don't know if it can happen to me. I really just came here for the supplies. It looks nice, and we went to take it over, but somehow you guys won, and it wasn't supposed to happen like that." That was a little creepy in the way of, people are just, they're being targeted, and, it's a way that it just could go against Alexandria, and who knows what's going to happen. They've already been targeted once through these Wolves guys. Who knows if the Wolves are going to come back, or we're just going to meet someone completely new. It doesn't look like it, but, it could happen in a situation like that.
True.
But the episode didn't really give us much to go off of, and you guys really use the hashtag WalkerTalkerMonday on Twitter. I'll probably be checking it on Facebook if you guys want to use that. Just so I want to be answering some of your guys' questions, just to get you guys more, into the videos where I can, help you guys out and, have a more, I don't know the words to describe it. Just have a better video to where I can interact with you guys a little bit more. Obviously, if you guys do want to be on the screen for a couple episodes, not a couple, but every other episode, I'm going to have different speakers come on and let them show their own opinions. And it'll be one per video. So definitely let me know if you guys are that big Walking Dead fan that definitely has questions, can put me on the spot, and as well as you. Just so we can just have a good discussion of the Walking Dead series. And, I think this season is going to be a really good one, and it's going to be more of a hyped up, end of the season wise, on where we don't know what's really going to come next. That was a whole bunch of words right there, but
Yeah.
We honestly have no clue what's going to come next. I mean, if they bring Glenn back or something like that, they really need to have a way to, show him that he really deserves to come back. I mean, he obviously deserves to come back, but I mean, out of that situation,
Yeah.
So,
But,
what's up?
honestly, I think I know, because usually, as you, see everyone die, usually there's blood coming out of their mouth, right?
Yep.
When they showed Glenn dying, blood wasn't coming out of his mouth. It was just him, screaming, because obviously he was, scared to death.
That again is true. And also, when they were ripping up here, your intestines are up here as well. So that is a lot of people saying that it's Nicholas's body. To be honest, I'm not really going to go into that much more just because we're just going to have to wait. Hopefully it'll be next episode. I really don't know. But we're just going to have to find out. The Glenn controversy is kind of over. And it's a point in time where we're just going to have to find out. And it's kind of like that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of really the main points that we've kind of hit. I mean, is there anything else you want to bring up?
No. I mean, I'm just waiting. Trying to see if Glenn actually, died or not. And hopefully Rick's okay.
Rick I know will definitely be okay. I mean, it's pretty much based around him. But, yeah, I mean, right now, Walking Dead is pretty much giving us a whole waiting game. We don't know what's going to come next. So, definitely, guys, this is going to pretty much wrap up this episode of Walker Talker Monday. If you guys did enjoy, leave a comment or leave a like and comment down below. I definitely want to, interact with you guys a little bit more. Huge shout out for Kyle for being on the Walker Talker Monday. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Again, guys, if you do want to be up here on the screen, we work off Skype. So definitely let me know off of Twitter if you guys are the big Walker Talker fan or Walking Dead fan. I kind of said that a little weird. I do apologize, but just we're in a waiting game right now, guys, and it's all going to be waiting here. So hopefully we'll definitely learn on what's going to be happening on the next episode with Glenn and the group and stuff like that. And it just, like I said, it's a waiting game. So if you guys did enjoy, leave a like, comment down below, ask questions on Twitter, use hashtag WalkerTalkerMonday. Guys, this has been it for today, and I hope you guys do enjoy. I got a lot of good comments and feedback from the last episode, so I hope you guys are really enjoying these. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it, and hope you guys have a great week.